going to be facilitating tonight's meeting. For tonight's agenda, we're going to start with a brief presentation by Justin Potts. Justin is the Engineering and Construction Senior Manager for Tampa Bay Water. After the presentation, we'll have our panelists come up to the table and they'll introduce themselves, and then we will take your questions and your comments. We know you have a lot of questions tonight, but we do ask that you hold your questions until after the presentation. Justin may be able to answer some of them for you in the presentation. So with that, I'll turn it over to Justin.
Thank you, Michelle. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for attending this public meeting on the South Hillsborough Pipeline Project. Our goal tonight is to give you an update on the project status and schedule and preview how this construction project may impact you, both in your home and as you travel the roads in South Hillsborough County. I'll start with a little background on Tampa Bay Water. We are the region's drinking water utility. We are a not-for-profit governmental entity created by state legislation and by contract among the governments that we serve. We supply wholesale water to local governments in the Tampa Bay region. We don't supply directly to any residents. Residents and businesses in our area are supplied by our member governments. Every day, we supply about 200 million gallons of drinking water to Hillsborough County, Pasco County, Pinellas County, and the cities of Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Newport Richey. These governments in turn supply drinking water to more than 2.6 million people and businesses in the Tampa Bay region. Right now, we have enough water to meet the region's needs for about the next 7 years. As our region grows, so does the need for drinking water. So we're developing new water supplies to come online in 2028, as well as the 2033 timeline. We're also looking beyond 2033, as Southern Hillsborough County is expected to continue growing into the future. These are just a few figures from Plan Hillsborough that shows projected growth in Southern Hillsborough County through 2045. It's important to note that Tampa Bay Water has no authority to control growth. We were created to serve the water needs of our member governments, including Hillsborough County, now and in the future. Our job is to keep pace with the needs of our members. This is why this pipeline is so important for Southern Hillsborough County. Our current distribution system must be expanded to deliver water to Hillsborough County's future drinking water facility located at the intersection of Balm Riverview, Balm Road, and Balm Boyette Road. The new pipeline will be 26 miles long and range in size from 36 inches up to 16 inches in diameter. The route starts at our regional facility site, shown by the blue box at the top of this map. It goes through Brandon, Bloomingdale, and Boyette Road, where it heads east to the Lithia Water Treatment Plant, and then continues south to Hillsborough County's future drinking water facility near 672. Construction is scheduled to start early this fall, and the pipeline needs to be in service by the end of 2028. On this map, you'll see several orange diamonds. These show the locations where we added several trenchless crossings, where we will tunnel under roads and environmental features to minimize impact to residents and the environment. For example, we will tunnel under State Road 60, which we all know is a very busy road and would be a huge impact on traffic if we had to close it down for any period of time. We will also use trenchless crossings to go under the Alafaya River, Fishhawk Boulevard, and Little Fishhawk Creek. The pipeline route was approved by Tampa Bay Water's Board of Directors, representing the lowest cost route. The current estimate is $505.7 million, which includes some county-owned infrastructure. Estimated costs will be updated when the final design of the pipeline has been created and approved. Segment A of this pipeline is being funded by Tampa Bay Water and the Southwest Florida Water Management District. Tampa Bay Water has received $4.5 million in co-funding from Southwest Florida Water Management District for preliminary design, and in February or March of this year, we will apply for another $145 million in additional district co-funding for design and construction. Hillsborough County will also pay for their Segment B, which is estimated to cost roughly $84 million. We know that you're most concerned about the project as it affects your home and the roads in which you travel. On the next few slides, you will see that we have broken down the route into several sections. These sections are simply for the purpose of the public meeting, so we can focus on smaller communities rather than the entire 26-mile pipeline. Tonight, we will be talking out Section 3, shown in purple, which generally starts on Rennell Drive, where it intersects with Johnville Road, and includes South Kings Avenue, Alafaya Boulevard. It ends at the Alafaya River. All of the following slides are oriented with north at the top of the graphic and south at the bottom. Section 3 starts at the intersection of Rennell Drive and Johnville Road, then heads west on Rennell Drive to South Kings Avenue. The pipeline turns south on South Kings Avenue and will tunnel under West Bloomingdale Avenue. The pipeline will continue south on South Kings Avenue and turn west on Alafaya Boulevard, and turn south to cross the Alafaya River on property that Tampa Bay Water already owns. At this location, we will be micro-tunneling under the Alafaya River. This is the end of Section 3. We know you all have a lot of questions about construction, and while we won't have specifics until we get closer to construction, we can give you some general information about the types of pipeline installations you will be seeing. Before construction begins, we have to dewater the area where the trenches and tunneling pits will be excavated. We do this by installing shallow wells that are connected by small diameter temporary pipelines that direct water away from the construction area. The wells are pumped continuously to dewater the areas. Dewatering systems must run 24 hours a day until construction in that area is complete. These systems include noise-minimizing diesel pumps and small diameter temporary pipelines to direct water away from the construction area so that the tunnel pits and shafts can be safely built. Once an area is dewatered, then excavation can begin. Crews will install the South Hillsborough pipeline using open cut and trenchless or tunneling construction methods. For open cut construction, crews use heavy equipment to excavate trenches into which they place the trench boxes to keep crews safe while they're installing the pipe segments. After the pipe is installed, crews will remove the trench boxes and backfill the trenches. If roads are disturbed during construction, temporary drivable surfaces will be placed. Once construction is complete, all disturbed roadways will be repaved and restriped. All construction areas will be restored to the same or better condition before construction began. Pipe installation via open cut will progress in a 3-block rolling closure. Within this closure, only local traffic will be allowed, no through traffic. Block lengths will vary depending on intersection, streets, and normal traffic patterns. However, a block is roughly defined as 500 feet. The forward or yellow block will be for preparation work, such as saw cutting pavement, locating utilities, installing dewatering well points, and staging materials. The center red block will be where active trenching and pipe installation occurs. The back green block will be for restoration activities, such as restoring curbs, sidewalks, driveways, asphalt pavement, and grass. Trenchless construction is basically tunneling under roads or waterways using special equipment and special construction techniques. This allows us to cross roadways and waterways with less impact to roads and environmental features. If a tunnel boring machine is used, pits are excavated on each side of the crossing, road, river, stream, or railroad, and then a tunnel boring machine is placed in one pit and tunnels to the other, installing the pipeline while simultaneously excavating. This operation stays in place until the tunneling is complete. We know that the project will have temporary impacts to you and the community, which is why you are here today. There will be traffic impacts, such as road closures and detours, all of which will be clearly marked and noticed in advance. Maintaining access to homes and businesses will be a priority. Construction is noisy and dusty, but we will have noise abatement practices in place, and we'll use water trucks to control dust. There could be some short-term service interruptions for water or sewer when we're relocating individual utilities, but you will be notified in advance, and these will last only a few hours at a time. Please be assured that we will make every effort to minimize these impacts to you, and as construction approaches your neighborhood, we will keep you fully informed. One specific item that we would like to take a minute to discuss is the role of the community coordinators on this project. Guardian Construction will employ as many as 16 community coordinators on this project in order to staff each active construction site 24/7. These coordinators, which are typically hired from the local community, serve as a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week support for the neighborhoods being impacted by this project. Community coordinators will help you with your mail and package delivery. They will make sure your garbage and recycling get picked up without any problems. They will help you find parking if active construction is making it impossible for you to park in your normal space. When that does occur, these coordinators will also ferry you back and forth between your car and home in one of our vehicles. But most importantly, these coordinators are a continuous presence at the construction site. They are there to make sure everybody stays safe and is inconvenienced as little as possible. With any project of this size, there are numerous activities taking place at once. Right now, our engineers are working on the 90% design plans, where Tampa Bay Water and its land agents are negotiating with property owners on temporary and permanent construction easements. Construction is tentatively scheduled to begin as early as the fall of 2025, pending final design, property acquisition, and permitting. Construction will continue through 2028, and the pipeline is scheduled to be in service by December of 2028. With the completion of the 60% design plans, engineers determined the exact location and size of the vast majority of required easements. An easement allows a portion of parcels to be used for public services such as water, sewer, or stormwater pipes, or other utilities. We have two different kinds of easements needed for this project. Temporary construction easements, which are used to provide adequate space for construction activities, construction or property access, and are limited in duration. These are typically leased from a property owner for a 5-year period, and restored easement is then released back to the property owner at the end of that lease period. The pipeline itself is installed in a permanent utility easement, which are purchased from the property owners. The property owner retains ownership, but the rights to the easement are shared with Tampa Bay Water. Permanent easements are perpetual. They will remain with the property even if the property is sold or transferred. Tampa Bay Water or its land agents have already contacted property owners from whom we need to acquire property. Those owners were notified by certified U.S. mail or through telephone. While we've identified the majority of the property easements needed for this project, it is possible that we may need a few additional temporary construction easements in the future. If and when that's determined, property owners will be contacted by either certified U.S. mail or telephone. Lastly, when terms of negotiation cannot be resolved, Tampa Bay Water has the authority to acquire the designated land through the power of eminent domain. Tampa Bay Water has assembled a top-notch team for this project. As I mentioned earlier, our funding partners are Hillsborough County and the Southwest Florida Water Management District. The design engineers on this project are Wade Trim for Segment A and Stantec for Segment B. The construction manager and main construction firm is Garden Construction. Black & Beach is the integrated program manager, and Dialogue Public Relations and DJ Public Relations are our public outreach firms. If you know someone who would benefit from this presentation and who has questions about the project but could not come tonight, please invite them to the virtual meeting. It will be held Tuesday, February 12th at 6 p.m. More information will be posted on our project website. For more information, or if you have any questions, you can contact us at the phone number shown here. Send an email to shpinfo@tampabaywater.org or visit our project website at southhillsboroughpipeline.com. If you would like to receive updates on the South Hillsborough Pipeline project, just ask to be added to our mailing list. I'll now turn the meeting over to Michelle Robinson to facilitate our Q&A period.
Thank you, Justin. And while Justin is having a seat, I'll ask our other panelists to come on up to the head table, and I'm going to move this computer.